was he got that early Vlads, and even though they didn't group up with it, it still proved to make him very, very tanky, which is what made his Ravages so intimidating, because EHOME could just never finish him off in time before he got a Ravage off. So yeah, that would work. I mean, Chaos apparently used to play a lot of Axe. I think Axe is underrated. I think he's a very strong hero, but they're going to go back to Tabo Tidehunter.
Good reaction to the Faceless Void Chrono. Yeah, he's outside of it at least, or I suppose that it kind of works both ways, but more so for the Tidehunter, because yeah, as long as he's outside of the Chronosphere, then he can Ravage to kind of stall things. And
a good hero to lane against the Faceless Void as well, just because Anchor Smash is on such a low cooldown. Faceless Void can't reliably time walk all of that damage off. He has to keep going back into melee range to get last hits, and Tidehunter can just constantly be Anchor Smashing for the damage reduction and the nuke damage itself.
Yeah. Well, third pick for EHOME. Who the hell knows? Let's be honest now. They're 5 support, probably on the list there.
Yeah, I'm curious what they had paired with a Void in the past, because Lich is banned out. I think Grimstroke is pretty good. I would be okay with them going for Grim.
Not the greatest synergy yet with Grim, with his ulti at least. I mean, Inkswell is always going to be decent, I suppose, with like a Faceless Void, but...
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Okay. You know, funny enough, Jakiro actually is very popular. It's their most popular hero for EHOME. And so part of me now wonders if that was Chaos doing the research and a bit of a takeaway pick. Because, yeah, Chaos hasn't ran Jakiro themselves in this patch from what I could tell. At least in a relevant match. So it is going to be an Oracle, though, for EHOME. We saw that earlier today.
Gives a Purge off for Tidehunter Ravage, and a basic Dispel for Earth Spirit's Silence, so makes Void feel a little bit safer. I think it's a fine pick. And obviously a good support hero. No, won't necessarily be able to do that much against Tidehunter, though, in lane, but I think it's more important to keep Ego alive, which, again, I'm assuming it's an Ego Faceless Void, and I'm fairly sure it is.
Hero that just got even a little bit better with that Oracle pick, I feel like, for Chaos is maybe an OD. Astral Imprisonment seems pretty strong this game in general against both Chrono and even like an Oracle False Promise target. Throw that up, so I wonder if that's going to be on their list.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that. I don't know ASD's hero pool very well, to be honest. I have not seen enough of him.
That? I'm thinking for Chaos.
Okay.
In response to what they're going up against.
Oh, I see.
Against EHOME.
Radiant team pick.
But probably wouldn't pick it here anyways.
Yeah, Odie doesn't seem like an HFN or Weehaw hero, though.
Yeah.
Although Windranger, absolutely a Weehaw hero. Did fantastic in game 1 in the mid lane. Well, I mean, he did pretty well in the mid lane against Queen of Pain, and he did a great job transitioning it into the late game with HFN's Naga carry.
Mm-hmm.
10 seconds.
Anything that's standing out here? You figure they probably still want that offlane at least. And then possibly
offlane in the mid. I think the mid matchup is going to be more important. Faith Beyond should be able to carry on whatever you give him, but ASD I think is a little more unreliable. So I would rather they give ASD a good matchup. So I think they should pick up the offlane now. Give Faith Beyond, I don't know.
Well, no matter what, they have the 5th pick first, so they could just do it here so it doesn't get banned.
That's true.
There's a mid hero that they really like. You got your options like a Huskar, but against a Windranger, I don't know if that's necessarily considered the strongest. Their win run.
Could go for Centaur on Faith Beyond. I think being able to play around Tidehunter's Ravage is something that they... Oh, there you go. There's the Huskar.
No, I said it wasn't good. What are you doing, EHOME? See, it's a little awkward. Obviously, it's the Oracle Huskar combo, but you're going into a Chronosphere, which can be a little funky for Huskar. Sure, he has range, but of course, that life break initiation, and then again against Windranger with the win run. I would think Windranger's actually fine in this, but maybe I'm wrong.
In the laning phase, she's definitely fun. I guess mid to late game, the inner fire disarm could be irritating for Windranger, but yeah, I'm not particularly enthusiastic about it. Because again, this is a hero that ASD has to perform on. If he doesn't get out of control on Huskar, it'll be much like what we saw with Chaos's Huskar in the TNC series. It'll just look completely neutered if it doesn't get a good start in lane, and will be harmless to all the enemy heroes. And you want your Huskar to be super intimidating. As soon as he shows himself in the lane, everyone needs to evacuate the lane. But if you don't get an exceptional start, it's so hard to recover as a Huskar.
Phantom Lancer, that's a make sense span, and I guess I was calling things I didn't even realize it. Okay, so what are they doing?
It's one position Huskar, I suppose, and mid OD and Faith Beyond Void. Faith Beyond has played Void twice in this game. I mean, in this month, so I'm pretty sure it has to be him.
And I suppose, yeah, again, that goes back to the Wind Ranger matchup then, and even though they picked up Huskar into it, but if it's going to be safe laning, obviously that's not a concern.
Right.
OD would fare
and
much
it makes
better.
the potential for the the Oracle Huskar lane to be, it's not just a combo that you save for the mid to late game, but you can also take advantage of it in the early game. I like Chaos's draft better. EHOME Huskar drafts always stress me out, and yeah, it is going to be one position Huskar, Faith Beyond Void.
Phantom Assassin, though, how do you feel about that?
I like it. Anything that's nuke damage against Huskar is great. Like I said in the previous series, Huskar operates best whenever he's allowed to play around armlet toggles and let Berserker's Blood heal go into overdrive. But if you're getting critted down from 40% HP to 0% HP by a huge Phantom Assassin coup de grace, it's not going to be viable for you to like toy around with fights as a Huskar. The only thing is that, yes, Huskar's disarm is super value against the carries of Chaos, but I don't think he's going to get to the point that he wants to life break into fights and use Inner Fire like that.
Yeah. I don't know. See, it's not only that, though, but you are dealing up against a Chronosphere, and so sure, when he has a BKB, the disarms won't be as big of a concern, hopefully, but again, there's still the Chronosphere lockdown. That was a pretty fast Phantom Assassin pick, considering the funky draft that they're going up against, and I don't know if I'm as sold as you. I like EHOME's not only uniqueness, but I like the mix up there with the OD matching up against Wind Ranger and the classic Huskar Oracle combination, and they are undefeated right now with Faceless Void, like I said before as well. So I guess we're doing predictions. I'm gonna go with EHOME.
All right, I'll go with Chaos. I mean, I can definitely see a lot of potential with EHOME. They just need to get past 30 minutes. If they get like completely obliterated in the laning phase, like which even last game Chaos didn't do that great in the laning phase. They kind of, I would say, broke even in the laning phase, but Chaos just transitioned it so well into the mid game that EHOME didn't get a chance to like let their anti-mage do anything. And I think Chaos are capable of doing that again this game. Weehaw Wind Ranger is a good tempo hero, and I think that they need one hero to take point, and that's something that wasn't happening in their TNC drafts. Chaos didn't have any one hero that's like, I'm going to start carrying the game from 0 to 25 minutes, and then someone else is going to be like, okay, cool. Usually it's the Weehaw hero. You let the Weehaw hero do it from 0 to 25 minutes, and then you let the HFN hero do it from 25 to 50 minutes. And that was something that was lacking in their previous drafts, but something that I see here. But if they don't do good, then like OD is going to, like the Sanity's Eclipse is going to completely shred Phantom Assassin, who has a very, very low int gain, and the disarms from Oracle and Huskar are going to be very, very annoying for PA and Wind Ranger, and there are no real high cooldown stuff aside from Chronosphere on the side of Faith Beyond, so Ravage is going to be like very, very important to make sure that that's your one ultimate to always shut down a Chronosphere, so I can see the potential from EHOME, for sure.
I will say Liquid Fire on Jakiros has a great chance to be useful this game. Granted, of course, you're dealing with Dispels of Oracle, and I'll ideally be able to take that off, but that's only one target, to be fair, and so we'll see how that comes into play from Jakiro against the cores of EHOME, but so just different kind of matchups to take a look at there. But Faith Beyond, he's not worried about the dual breath. He does have Time Walk coming up in 1 second, trying to go for the top bounty rune, and they are going to be able to take it, so it's going to be, it looks like it'll be a 2 for 2. And it's down at the bottom, Chaos. They're controlling these ones, so ends up being a split. Not the biggest deal in the end. But where are they sending this? So Faceless Void, he saw Jakiro up here, obviously. And he is running bottom now. They're sending the Huskar to the top lane instead. And what is going on for Chaos? Chaos is now sending Phantom Assassin up here, so we're gonna have some musical lanes early on.
Yeah, Void wants to avoid the Jakiro because Jakiro is all DOT, and so again, this is something that Time Walk can't easily deal with. Granted, though, it's also difficult to deal with Tidehunter Anchor Smash, so he just needs to take whatever is the less of the two alternatives, I suppose. Whereas in the top lane, Ego can do much better against a Huskar. Huskar can do much better against a Phantom Assassin than he can against a Tidehunter. So might as well just send that your ideal matchup against the enemy 1 position.
Yeah, and actually that's worth pointing out too, that being this is an offlane faceless Void, I'm intrigued to see how he builds. It feels like if you're going to be in this position, more of maybe that, like, the Blink Ags build.
Oh man, I would love that.
They don't need him to be the damage dealer.
Something tells me he's going to build Vlad's and then, I don't know.
Yeah.
Echo Saber or Mask of Madness or something like that. But I would love to see Blink Ags. Faith Beyond is definitely the type of player who would go for it.
Look for what he does. I could definitely see a Vlad's first, so again, just how strong that item is right now, but...
Oh wow. Wait, so they actually want Tidehunter, they want Huskar against Tide.
They're gonna stop him,
TPs.
Yeah, that's Tavo. I don't know, I mean, he knows Oracle's here. It was a misplay. I think it's as simple as that. He just kind of overlooked the fact. And it's an easy stop on the TP. Now back to the top lane. Elder Titan, he soaks up all that damage, and King RD has to respect it. Misery as well, and he's trying to flap those wings to fly away. Time Walk 4 gets a bash proc and gets the kill because of it. And now King RD rolling in. Is he gonna die too? It doesn't look like it, but that's 2-0 start now for EHOME.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And Tidehunter does, or no, so Jakiro goes down bot, and Tidehunter walks top. So I guess Tidehunter just really does not have to lane against Huskar. I guess that's the main thing, but I'm surprised. I thought you would want your Huskar up against Phantom Assassin, but maybe they're respecting Tavo more this game, and they didn't respect him that much last game.
Yeah.
And Phantom Assassin's gonna TP down bot.
I don't know if the misses are an issue for Huskar, but if anything, maybe this Jakiro too. Again, that liquid fire is kind of annoying to deal with, but either way, the musical lane kind of continues. As Phantom Assassin goes bottom, you see Elder Titan TPing down to the bottom lane. Faceless Void, he'll time walk backwards. So again, Phantom Assassin did TP down here, and now she's going to be going into a tri-lane in an aggressive lane. So HFN, life is not going to really be the friendliest for her. What's that gonna stop?
And Oracle and Elder Titan, yeah. So maybe it's not about the heroes, maybe it's just the tri-lane in general, as now HFN's starting to get a little bit abused. But he's just gonna have to run out. Freaking Elder Titan, what a hero.
Free double damage rune. And the Astral Spirits, quite the combo. I've seen some clever Elder Titan plays in some pub games where you go to one lane, you TP, you pop the Astral Spirit, and you TP to another.
It flies all the way back, and you get like 1,000 damage.
Ego's in trouble. The Purge at the last second. He's just gonna survive. Berserker's blood kicking in. Dual breath is applied. Another Purge zone, it's on going up for 6 more seconds. He doesn't even need it though, the Tango, and he's going to live Berserker's blood doing work. Jakiro, the Purifying Flames, a second use of it gets the kill. And King RD, now he might fall victim. Another Fortune's End, putting the Purge on, as well as the root in place. But the chase from Elder Titan,
Flames.
The Purifying Flames indeed, double kill for Oracle. HFN, he wants to at least get revenge on the Elder Titan. Echo Stomp will be coming out, nice blink strike away, going for the Oracle now, putting the dagger in, but now he's going to start stacking up those burning spears. You have to respect that damage, especially at level 2. So PA just back to CS. Very well played, especially by Oracle there.
And now I guess both teams are content with the lane. I feel like EHOME are still happier though, because Phantom Assassin is not gonna, she's, I don't know, like HFM's running off now. Now Innocence dies to King RD in the dire side of the map. I guess he was going for putting some wards up right before the 5-minute rune, but he goes down.
I think he was not only going to ward, but he was going to suicide. I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
and he just got found. So that's unfortunate, but he's up. And speaking of 5-minute runes, they're going to zone them out. So another even split. You look at the top lane, Faith Beyond, as well as top on either side. How's that mid lane going, by the way? OD 25-9. You have an 18-5 win range here, so OD ASD, he's managing pretty well off the bat.
Yeah, I don't know if it's rune luck or if he's just been out playing Weehaw, but it's working out fairly well for him. And the supports are way too busy to worry about ganking the mid lane, because it was pretty easy. Astral into Echo Stomp setup, that would be a very simple kill setup, but Elder Titan has his hands full, as now you can see in the bot lane.
Plus
He's
156 damage. Jesus.
Balanced.
Run away, please. Yes, they do. Yeah, it's a smart move. Let that wear off, ideally. But yeah, it continues to be a try versus try lane now. As both supports on either side down here. The CS though, Huskar is now 22 and 12, and yeah, Phantom Assassin, it's been pretty static. She had decent CS when she poured it down here, and it's again hasn't gotten much better. They're doing a pull, trying to make heat for that, but obviously they get to realize her Spirit having to roll away. The Purifying Flames is not enough damage to get the kill. We'll start killing him up now because of it, but why going all in for that? And speaking of the rotations, well, Elder Titan is going to come mid. There is a ward here, though.
Yeah, I think that thought it out.
It did.
So, Elder Titan's just kind of wasting his time. And his ward gets revealed. So, he's going to dodge the gank, and the ward that ET just placed on the mid lane is suddenly going to get countered.
Top lane, Tidehunter. Flash most likely coming out once again. How about Faith Beyond? Well, we don't really know yet. Although OD's porting up. Okay, they're going for the kill. Sanity's Eclipse is ready as well. I'm guessing that's coming out to secure it, if anything. There you go. He's not dead yet.
He'll be when he comes out.
Yeah, he is dead. Okay. Prismint secures it with the burst after the fact, so...
Two pretty high cooldown ultimates, though, for a Tidehunter kill. As now Fortune's End connects on the bot lane, but they're not going to be able to get a kill off of it. Yeah, so that's quite the commitment for a Tidehunter.
It's early on, though.
They're showing respect to Tavo.
Yeah, it's that, and again, it's early on. These cooldown abilities, understandable to see it used. You'd rather see it used then than sitting them and holding it for 3-4 minutes for the more opportunity when they would just be off cooldown anyways, right? So,
true, but those are also both very valuable counter initiation spells, and now for 2 minutes, Chaos can basically have free reign of the map. They don't have to worry about Chrono, they don't have to worry about Sanity's Eclipse, but I think their heroes just aren't ready, so I think that's why EHOME were so willing to do it, is now bot lane, Jakiro pretty low, but Life Break is not yet available for Ego.
Yeah, this is... We saw Huskar earlier in the previous series, it didn't go too well. This is that snowballing Huskar of sorts. HFN, Ego, he is planted this time around for EHOME, and obviously even leading that net worth, so with the Oracle backup, it does make life that much easier. The double bracer in hand, and now has an armlet queued up. So PA constantly, he's like poking in, having to use a dagger though for last hits. That's when you know you're in a bad spot. But top lane, they're gonna go. Speaking of big multi cooldowns, Ravage made it for this, and the lockdown is successful though. He could not time lock because of that. So good execution from Chaos.
Yeah, King already even had an immediate follow-up silence, even if he wasn't able to get off that stun. So he goes down, and Weehaw joins up here as well. And they should be able to claim this full tier 1, although Weehaw is leaving. Looks like a fight breaking out bot lane.
Yeah, Jakiro most certainly dead for this. He's just walking through the trees, delaying as much as he can, but Misery will eventually fall. Killing spree for Ego as a result. A bit closer now to that armlet pickup. Top lane though, Faceless Void just TP's in, but again, it's a tanky Tidehunter. He's not the most intimidated, even though he doesn't have a Ravage. He'll slowly walk away.
And Chrono's up in 5 seconds, so he could do something with that if... I think... Oh, Ego actually skips Life Break at level 6. Huh, that's surprising. I could have totally thought he had kill potential with 6-point Life Break. Oh, he skipped it. But I think with Chrono and Life Break, they can very easily get a kill on literally anyone, and he's actually TP top at this card.
That's interesting you point that out, because yeah, it's...
But that's something that you would do when you had Life Break. Yeah. This is very weird.
And he's like, alright, I'm gonna charge you! That's the burning spirits up, alright, but there's
like,
that Chrono eventually. Echo Stomp.
You can't kill him.
Chrono, okay, oh no, okay, well, kind of had to, I guess. Burning spirits adding up, so yeah, no Life Break again. He's not gonna hit it either. Tavo, he's like, alright, Anchor Smash, I'm just gonna survive as long as I can. Okay, what was the prettiest of kills for EHOME? Do get it. Bottom lane though, why? Shackle shot in on top of the power shot, he's dead, but at what cost now for Weehaw? You have that equilibrium activated. ASD in pursuit, a couple of auto attacks.
Oh, it's not gonna matter though.
Dual breath is not enough, but slow Echo Stomp after the imprisonment. Oop, the wind run.
He really does not want to have to Sanity's Eclipse, and he's not gonna have to.
No. Attacks are enough, so it's that intelligence stolen as well, but They do get a couple of kills. Again, the execution more so the top lane, not the prettiest, but it's a kill.
Dude, he's level 7 and he's still not taking life break. What is going on here? Is this a thing? If it's a thing, I hope it doesn't become a bigger thing, because I don't think this should be a thing. Life break is so amazing. Yeah, right? Roll in on the mid lane, connects on Oracle, but he accidentally boots the Phantom Assassin.
Well, it happens sometimes. That deserves a tip, in my opinion, but gonna be good-mannered about it. Yeah, that's just unfortunate timing right there. Either way, line's fine. That Fate's Edict also, I mean, it would have made it difficult, to be fair. Secure the kill.
Dude, he's going back top again. I don't think they can kill this Titan without life break.
I mean, Burning Spirits is really good against Tide, so they got that going for them.
I suppose. But Tide has Ravage, and they've fallen into this trap before of being like, hey, look, it's a Tide Hunter. Let's whittle him down.
Yeah. So they're not going to kill him this time around, but they do soften up a bit. You got a Vlad, as I mentioned, as if he's ranged up even. I'll just go off to jungle in the meantime, but EHOME's been very active with these cores. And OG especially, more so, you know, one that maybe want to sit back and farm more, but has the early draws, the power treads, and going to be shackled here after the imprisonment hit their air spirit, so good save from Wee. No turn chance coming out. Air spirit stomp. We'll stall them as well. Back to the top lane though. Dart actually scans somebody running in this area. Happens to be Huskar. Which they eventually will see. Whoa.
HFN dove mid, and he's gonna get blocked by the creep. Oh!
So close.
Alright, level 8 Ego finally got life break. I guess that extra point in Burning Spear and Berserker's Blood are just so valuable. You gotta get it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Is he going in now? There you go. Look at what that does.
Look at what that does.
One more hit.
He's still gonna die. Meanwhile, bot lane, tier 1 is going to go down to Weehaw and HFM.
Oh, Tahoe. Good placement. He has not the easiest threading the needle right there between the Echo Stomps, but he does. Does Elder Titan have any natural order yet? No. So that's not online yet, but something else to keep in mind as the game progresses on.
Misery TP'd into Faith Beyond's waiting hands. Has Cronus Feeler available, but I'm pretty sure he does not want to have to spend it on Jakiro.
No, yeah, Jakiro's a different story. Don't want to have to waste it. He doesn't have to. I mean, he has 4 heroes, well, 3 heroes around him to help out, so easy kill. You mentioned the bottom tower going down. Well, they're going to push the top tier 1 now. And OD's down here already pushing it out.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Side of EHOME. Is OD, he's going to be going to Kaya, I'm guessing, and then we're going to see the Kaya Yasha.
Yeah, that'd be my guess. I think that's the go-to. And I like seeing something like a Shiva's this game. It's become more popular than it used to be on OD, as now King RD gets spotted out by Faith Beyond. I think Faith Beyond was just hoping to get a good position for a Chrono, and then he ended up discovering an Earth Spirit who's gonna die after this imprisonment.
There you go for Tavo. Time walking 1 second. He does have Chronos, we keep mentioning. Echo Stomp in the face.
Yeah.
There you go, Chrono aggressively, and it sets up the kill on Titan there. It is worth it again. So this time it does. He's out for 30. Ravage is ready to be used, but hard to use when you're dead. Vlad's on faceless, by the way.
Very boldly moves into the Roche pit. Yeah, I figured Vlad's, yeah, makes sense. And
by
yeah,
himself,
they're
that's
gonna
difficult.
back out. I don't think you do this right now. It's great that you kill Tidehunter, but he is back in 10 seconds and he has Ravage. You need to at least take mid tier 1 before you even propose an idea like that.
OD though, getting that Kaya in the stash. Yasha queued up, and he continues to be top net worth. So very active game for EHOME is paying off well. And Phantom Assassin goes back to her just having a difficult time. Although the Battle Fury timing, always got to keep that an eye out for that. Even 2,000 gold saved up. So all she has is the Quelling Blade right now for it. But give it another 5 minutes or so. She'll definitely have it by then, at least ideally. Mid lane, rest of the team, they're trying to be active elsewhere, as they do get the mid tower, and you see Wind Ranger, same build as last game, has the early Javelin. Now the Demon Edge queued up for that MKB.
Yeah, anything to be able to penetrate Berserker's Blood. The more burst damage you have, the better, and MKB Pierce is definitely a good way to get through that Berserker's Blood passive. 15-minute runes, 2 for 2 on both teams, and still all quiet right now. And although may have spoken too soon, as now Void gets spotted out in the top lane. Well, it's just 2 support heroes. They can't really do very much.
Yeah. Time dilation, and he's turning now. Gets a couple of bash procs, and King RD's dead as a result. So, as you mentioned, it was just the 2 supports, and that shows.
They may be able to do Roche now. It's nighttime. The thing is, you need to know where Tidehunter is 100%. If you don't know where Tide is, then it's not worth it.
Well, they get some vision down. Why? Plays the aggressive ward.
And this sentry is just barely out of range for it.
Oh, yeah. There. Yep, good placement by Y. But it doesn't look like that they're interested in doing Roshan at this time. Phantom Assassin has more room to keep farming, the Demon Edge in hand. That Battle Fury looking a little juicier now. Of course, coming along, and that MKB. So, of course, that's going to be the big timing, the MKB specifically.
Ooh, DD rune on Huskar.
Comes back mid, and he's got a Heaven's Cavalry queued up. Again, great on this hero in general, but extra value here against Phantom Assassin and even a Wind Ranger.
Faith Beyond hopping in, gets shackled, does not get the chrono off, but that may be for the best because he still discourages the push, or rather the defense, and Ego may be able to take this.
And whenever I'm watching Husker like this, oh, Chrono on a Tide, he's in a funky spot though. They're having trouble getting to him. Earth put down over here. Oh, the Sanity to the Eclipse. It's as he ravages, so he got the ravage off, but dies shortly after. However, he buys back, and Anchor Smash, he's in the face, but oh, that's the life break on top of him. The Echo Step as well, he comes down again, and a dieback, and look at how fast he goes attacking. That's false promise for you, baby. He ain't worried about dying. He's got Oracle back up, so he's going to be more than fine. Gets another kill back to full HP. Yeah, that buyback, especially when he just used Ravage, I don't know about that.
Yeah, maybe he thought that he needed to be like the meat shield, but he is not a meat shield. He is way too squishy right now. All he has is a Vlad's. He doesn't have the Greaves or the mech, which is what he kind of went for in the previous game. And this is the Oracle Huskar combo. This is one of the most famous cheese combos in the history of Dota. It's impossible to reliably finish off a Huskar no matter how low he is. And yeah, EHOME get a huge lead out of that.
ASD. Yasha and Kaya finished.
How is that shackle?
Swing and a miss. And an easy kill and a misery. OD, he's stacking up that intelligence. Currently 12 stolen intelligence, so pretty smart with Devourer right now. And Huskar just going to continue pushing middle. It's Vector protection though, so probably not going to get much out of it. Although there is,
yeah, I think they're pushing the limits while they know that Tidehunter doesn't have Ravage, because it seems like Chaos are not ready to fight without it. HFN still on his way to completing that Battle Fury. And not quite there yet. He's so scared. His team is not able to get enough vision for him on the map. And he already has Blur used, so he's not able to easily leave this situation either.
Yeah, it's been a hellish road for HFN, so again, getting that Battle Fury will be nice, but we'll most certainly need even more time before it could feel pretty useful at this point. We dealing with Huskar in the mid, by dealing, just trying to distract as long as he can. That's some fun interaction there with that wind run kiting away, but yeah, Ego with the backup of Oracle especially, this hero just feels unstoppable, and for good reason. He's just going to keep going, so tower pressure. They know Phantom Assassin isn't really interested in fighting yet, so...
Oh, the power shot clips him!
Oh, it actually got it. Oh, wow, it went away.
Yeah, I mean, he was just getting Purifying Flamed by Innocence, and then we shot a power shot, and you don't get magic resistance from Berserker's Blood anymore. This is the kind of
by the way, I'm watching this. The Sanity's Eclipse isn't ready, but he doesn't even need it. He just simply right-clicks down the Tide, and the Echo Storm catches Phantom Assassin. This was all ASD. 1 versus 2. He set this up. Ego kills Wheat elsewhere, so he may have got the Aegis used, but the last lap goes in favor of Huskar. HSN is also going to fall, and a double kill for OD over here. Yeah, multiple fights taking place in EHOME. They just win it all. They have an 11,000 net worth lead in 19.5 minutes, so... yeah, as silly as that might have been with the whole Aegis use, it doesn't matter. It's almost like a false hope for Chaos.
And Misery goes down, and Sanity's Eclipse, and the Astral to cancel the TP. Tidehunter will die. I mean, Air Spirit will die. Yep. That's, this is a marked difference from Game 1. Yeah, pretty much. I think the biggest difference is they actually respected Tavo this game. EHOME did not respect Tavo in game 1, and this time they ganked the Tidehunter with freaking Sanity's Eclipse and Chronosphere. They were leaving the Huskar in that top lane. They were following the Tidehunter around in the laning phase. Or at least the Void was, and they were letting the Huskar get free farm against the Phantom Assassin. And so, overall, I think EHOME prioritized things differently this game. And I don't think many people would consider Tavo to be like a linchpin of Chaos. Most of the time people look at Weeha and HFN, but this is like, and Weeha got Wind Ranger, and this is, I mean, he's still playing the same Wind Ranger that we saw in the previous game, but it's just that he doesn't have a big meaty Tidehunter to serve as a frontline for him this game.
Well, we are and we aren't, and what I mean by that is he still doesn't have that MKB. I feel like he's been so close to getting that Demon Edge now for a while, and he doesn't have it yet. He has enough now to finally purchase it. He needs to get over to the shop, and they're in that direction as they smoke play. They find the other Titan, but their support here, including Y, ready to go. He's going to be signing us up Chronosphere. Nope, not coming out yet. He doesn't have a cooldown. That would be a Y. In fact, Ego, he just jumps in, though. Misery goes down because that Wii is here now. Focus fire, the Shackle, stopping what they can.
And he's a hell of a
the right side. Oh, that disarm, doing a work, keeping him alive for now. The power shot, almost enough damage, but there's a life break in now. Weeha, the Shrine Pop, that ain't working, buddy. Tavo's also going to fall in his face. The Ravage couldn't do it either. A triple kill for the Huskar. And I'm never one to say the game should be over, but there you go. Chaos is. And HFN says GG. So it is over. Game number 3. We're going to be having that one here.
Weeha was basically banned from attacking for 9 seconds, 5 seconds from the Halberd on ranged heroes, and 4 seconds from inner fire. So the MKB was the last YOLO play because he didn't have buyback after he purchased it,